that feel finally?
Yeah, look, obviously winning's a lot more fun than losing, but really proud of the effort there tonight. I thought, that was probably a little bit in question after last week's game, and despite the fact that we've got a few guys playing out of position, I thought tonight the boys showed there was a lot of care for the team, care for each other, and they really put in for each other, which was good to see.
A lot of energy from the get-go, pretty much, too. Desperation.
Yeah.
Determination, rather.
Yeah, and that's part of that effort, and whatever's required at the time, that you're prepared to put in for each other. So it was good to see.
How pleased were you that after a few second half drop-offs that you really sort of put the foot on the throat in the second half there?
Yeah, look, we at times we probably made life a little bit harder for ourselves than it needed to be, and in past games we hadn't been able to close those out, but I thought we did that tonight, so it was good to see. I'm sure the boys enjoyed it as well. It was very pleasing considering how close we'd been in different games so far, but tonight we got the result. It was good.
And how much pain did Jace play through, and how likely was he to not play?
Well, he could just as easily have said, no, it's too sore, so he did play through that. Which is again, an indication of how much it means to the players, Jace in particular.
It was physical out there as well. Were you impressed with how the boys just showed their resolve?
Yeah, they're a big side. They're a physical side, as you said. So, we were tested at different times, and we come up with the effort in particular. I know I keep talking about it, but it shows in little areas, and it was there tonight. So, as I said, we weren't perfect, but because the boys were putting in that effort, I think a lot of those errors or whatever it might have been, that things that we could have done a bit better. Where that has hurt us in past games, tonight, we were there to make up for each other, so it was good.
Is it even sweeter winning in a week after all the emotion with Matt Scott in hospital?
Oh, I think it's been a tough week for everyone. None more so than Matt and his family. Hopefully that'll give him a bit of a lift. I'm sure it would have, and I know the boys responded the way we wanted to.
Any update on he's still in hospital in Brisbane?
Yeah, no, nothing further.
Do you reckon he would have been cheering that one on?
Yeah, we got a text from Lauren, his wife. He said he took a fair bit of effort and he went through some pain to watch it, but he did watch it, and so it was good to see, and he got a lift out of it too.
Tom Opacek played really well. He came up with a head check. How's he?
Yeah, he should be all right. Again, the protocol, step-by-step process, so we'll go through that and see. But at this stage, he's pulled up pretty good.
He's been really solid for you guys since he came back from that stint at the Blackhawks.
Yeah, he's taken his opportunities, Tommy, and I thought he again played with energy that we probably hadn't seen from him for a while there tonight, so it was good.
Morgan, how difficult was it getting the boys up this week with all the emotion surrounding the club?
Yeah, look, not too hard. I think considering what Thumper has done for the club and what he means to the playing group in general, the emotions when we first found out, before our main session, and it was a little bit to take in, and we probably didn't have the best session that day, to be honest. After finding out the extent of what had happened, so look, it was. Look, I'm really proud that as Greeny spoke about the effort. That's probably for me, I think the biggest difference in tonight's win from what we've had the past couple of weeks. You look at last week and this week, for example, they're two completely different games, if you just look at the effort areas within the game. So, look, really proud of the group.
How good would you see someone like Jace get through a plantar fascia injury and score the match-winning try in the end?
Yeah, he's extremely tough. He tends to block out injuries pretty well. We weren't too sure this week whether he was going to play or not. So we sort of just, let him do his thing and get himself right. And look, always happy to see him play, yeah.
How about the confidence now? Obviously, Doggies next week, and they're probably the form team of the comp. Can you get a roll on?
Look, we will take good things out of tonight. They've obviously been in some pretty good form. Like you said, they've strung a few wins together, so it will be another challenge for us. But look, we'll enjoy tonight, and enjoy. It always makes your weekend and your next week a little bit better after a win. So we'll enjoy this one and look to next week when we get back to training.
Copped your own head knock there as well. Had to come off. How annoying is that HIA?
Look, it's annoying when you feel okay, I guess, but it's there for the right reason. So, look, I felt fine when I did come off. Given the rules around it and probably what's happened with me this year, I understood why I had to come off. But yeah, I feel fine.
Happy to see Drinky was able to sort of slot into that halves role, and then Geordie as well midway through there.
I didn't actually know what happened, who moved where when I went off, because there was no TV in the docks room, so I couldn't watch the game. But yeah, I just heard the crowd cheer once and knew we'd scored, so yeah, it was good.
How is Cliffo Greeny? What's his injury, and will he be back next week?
We'll see how he goes this week. He actually did it in the warm up last week, so it was a good sort of learning curve for him to actually play the game last week through the pain. So, but given he played on it, he obviously there's a fair bit of swelling post game. So we'll see how he pulls up and trains this week.
Cool.
Your facial hair, is it staying?
Well, that's actually why I'm here this week. Greeny's been impressed with it and he wanted me to come in and show everyone. So
Change your luck.
Lucky charm.